I'll try and scan the floors above you. Hold on. Sorry, I can't get a clear reading. I may have reached the limit of my ability. Sorry, but can you continue to the next floor? Welcome back to Persona 3 Portable. This is KaffeineGaming, and we're on floor 26. And we have a new enemy here. This is the Spurious it's the Spurious book, I'm guessing. These guys are weak to electricity and they block wind. So let's just go ahead and whack them. Let's start with that. Oh, really? Can you not? And we're gonna go ahead and use electricity on these guys. We got quite a few floors to make it through before we get to the next big enemy. So I'm gonna be doing what I can to get there, but largely this episode is just gonna be me seeing some new enemies and doing what I can to get up into the floor or into the upper floors. Well, we're not even remotely into the upper floors, we're only on block 2. Alright, let's get some money here. We got our first new enemy though. That was something we haven't seen before, so let's go ahead and keep going here. See what else we've got. Looks like we got a chest over here, and I'm not seeing any enemies. Let's go ahead and go to the right and see what we got here. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, there are the stairs. Let's head back down this direction and see what we've got. Whole lot of nothing, probably. Got an enemy. Alright, well, we can't find any phantom mages, and we do still have one more that we need for the old lanterns. I'm just gonna keep this in, because I've been seeing a ton of these guys. Ah! So we've had a bunch of soul dancers. If you need a reminder on these guys, they're weak to ice. Alright, sure. Take out the one that's not distressed. And yeah, they're pretty simple. At this point, a lot of the enemies that we're facing are distressed, simply because we're such a high level compared to them. So that's actually really nice. I'm just these guys out, no big deal. But yeah, we still need one of the old lanterns, so we're actually gonna have to go back down to get those. The Phantom Mages are only available between 17 and 24, and we're at 26 now, so that's a pain, but no big deal. Another new enemy here, we've got the Dancing Hands. These guys are weak to fire, and they block ice, so we're gonna want to use fire on them, so go ahead and whack one, or miss completely. That was awesome. What I'm doing right now is I've kind of got my team split into, like each person is their own element that they're focusing on. As of right now, the main character is focusing on ice, because Yukari is wind, Junpei is fire, and Akihiko is electricity. When it comes to darkness and light, we don't have too many enemies in this next group, or in this next area that I'm currently in, that are weak to light and darkness, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I think the Steel Gaius are the only ones that are left in that regard. Let's go ahead and get that, so there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore him. So that's just in case you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm doing that to keep some of my SP. One of the big things is I've been using a lot of SP, you know, defeating all these enemies, which is fine. I'm not terribly worried about that, but I've been using my main character a lot, and that's a problem that I don't want to do. Something's different about the enemies around you. Their numbers are increasing too. You better find an efficient way of defeating them. Not a worry. She says the same thing consistently on this floor, so don't worry. You're not doing anything wrong. We got a new enemy here. This is the Venus Eagle. These guys are weak to ice. They resist fire and wind. So we're just gonna go ahead and use some ice attacks on them. I think we have one more type of enemy that we could possibly run into, though I'm not sure if we'll run into them because they're not particularly rare per se, but they're hard to find. Yeah, these Venus Eagles, they are not the same as the ones you fought earlier. The big ones that you fought that were the bosses were weak to piercing. These guys are not weak to piercing. And this is going to happen a lot where the names and types of enemies are reused. And oftentimes the bosses have different weaknesses. And sometimes if you're in like a boss area or like a, not Tartarus, the enemies will have different weaknesses or strengths. So just a heads up, don't always rely on the information you get from Tartarus for other locations because they may be incorrect. All right. Oh, no. Damn. Nope. He's getting away. Nope, he's gone. All right, there are the stairs. Let's go ahead and just bypass them for a few seconds here. My goal today is to get to about level 30, I'm hoping. All right, let's see what's up here. Probably not much of anything. Wow, this is a long, windy area. Ooh, we get a box. I'm not even sure that was worth it. It was a single Venus Eagle. Yeah, that's really exciting. Let's go ahead and head all the way back. Oh my goodness, this is a long ass walk. Of course there's an enemy in the way. Can we just dodge this guy? Let's use, no, we actually managed to dodge him. I don't like to fight enemies on the way back. It would probably be useful, but it's not really necessary. Ooh, shiny. All right, Yukari's leveled up to level 14 here, so that's fantastic. One of the Steel Gygus, I don't know, managed to get in a sneak attack on Akihiko. I actually got a crit and knocked him down, so we took a little bit of damage that we really shouldn't have taken. Are you analyzing the enemy during battle? I'm certain it'll help you defeat them. If not, you'll surely have a greater difficulty winning. No, we won't. We're not going to. Oh wow, we have the vicious raven here. I wasn't expecting to catch these guys. They're pretty rare compared to a lot of the other enemies. They're weak to ice, they resist wind, and they absorb fire. So let's go ahead and switch back to Fornius. I switched out to electricity to help take out the Steel Gyguses. I don't know if that's multiple. Is Gygus multiple? I have no idea. Anyway, use ice on them.
Yes.
So I went ahead and did that. I'm gonna use ice again and just make him dizzy. But I did that so that I can take those guys out, and it was well worth it, so no big deal there. Just punch him, I guess. The dancing hands, of course, are weak to fire, so let's see if we can set them ablaze. So far, so good. One more. Yeah, looks like we're doing alright. I think that's it. We have seen all of the enemies, except for the boss that we can in the rest of this set of floors. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish out this episode, of course, as usual, but I will probably, no, that's not what I wanted. I was not paying attention. Oh, and Fornius is leveled up to level 9, so that's nice. Unexpected. So what I'll probably do is at least show off the floors. I may show off some of the battles if they're anything interesting, but there probably won't be much to show off. Now the big thing that I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to go take this guy out. Alright, Hermes is leveled up, or Junpei is leveled up. I mean, it's Persona Hermes is leveled up. Sure, whatever. So the big thing I'm going to be doing now is the first thing that I want to do. We're going to go ahead and equip this armor on Yukari. I think, yeah, it's 46. I think everybody else is much higher than that. So let's go ahead and give that to her. It doesn't do anything special, but that's okay. Oh, we want to heal as well. But what I'm going to be doing is I want to get up to level 19. That should be a decent enough level, you know, to do, you know, all the midnight stuff and everything like that. But what I will probably do in the next episode, this episode I'm just going to continue doing what I normally do. The next episode I'll probably be re-showing off the enemies again, just in case. That way I can just keep things rolling. Have you been surprising the enemy? Pay attention to the shadows' movements and carefully close in. If you're reckless in your approach and let the shadows get the first strike, it could quickly become disastrous. I'm not really worried about that either. But the big thing here is that we want to get to floor 39. Sorry, 36. We need to get to level 36, which is where the next boss is. No spoilers there. We all know it's coming at some point in time, so. Alright, got 2 boxes. We got a wind gem, that's what that was. Oh, 2 wind gems, actually. I think that is the medium attack. Alright, we got hit there, but actually, we only got hit once. I was very impressed. Especially since we got an enemy strike on us, so okay. Let's go ahead and get up to level 30 here. Huh? I detect a source of great power somewhere above you. But I can't determine the exact floor. Sorry. Please proceed with caution. Yeah, it's level 36. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. Alright, so at this point, I either want to find the stairs or a way back to the front. Ooh, looks like we're going back to the front here. So we've reached level 30. That's about where I wanted to get today, actually. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode, but because of kind of what we're doing. And because I'm basically going to be cutting out all of the battles from here on out, that's kind of, you know, we've seen everything. So one thing to note here is we actually don't have enough of the, where are they? Here we go, old lanterns to actually complete the quest that we received from Theodore. So we're actually gonna have to go back to like level 17 through 24. I think your best bet in that area is gonna be 14. Yeah, and move your way back up. That kind of really sucks, but your enemies in that area should be largely running from you at this point. Most of the enemies actually now, because I just hit level 14. A lot of the lower level enemies, the Black Ravens, Grieving Tiaras, Heat Balances, Wild Beasts, those tend to be distressed when I find them. Same thing with the Soul Dancers, actually. Those guys are level 11. So you should have no problem to go into level 14, very quickly work your way up. You probably get a few items, actually, while you're doing that, which would be really good to find the last old lantern. If you've got them, turn it in. If you don't have it, then, you know, make sure you go back and get those. I don't remember what the, does it say what the, oh, just some Umugi water. I'm not entirely sure what that does off the top of my head, but no big deal. So just a heads up on that. We are still going to be aiming for level 19 by the time we get done. We are currently on level 30, so we have a minimum of 8 to 9 floors left. I don't remember exactly where the next floor is. So we have quite a bit to go still. So what I'm going to do next time, besides doing the boss battle, is I'm going to be showing off some of the battles again, but largely I'm just going to be rushing through most of the floors. I'm going to be doing kind of the same thing I've done as always, which is go through the floor, you know, do the entire floor and then cut the battles out, you know, kind of as I've been doing to make sure I get to level 19. That's the big thing, is you want to get to level 19. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments, give me a like, you know, that sort of thing. And I will see you next time when we hopefully get to see what the next mini boss is.